Been a long time coming. We got a shipment today. A little wet. Hope the guy inside is fine. Yep, the guy inside is good. You know what this is? From a murky image. That's right, it's Mr. Wyckii. Black devil catfish. Alright, we're fully acclimated. This guy came from Underground Aquatics, from Chris. Thank you, Chris. I was walking around thinking which tank to put him into. He's about 7 to 8 inches, still smallish to be hopefully too aggressive, so I'm thinking of putting them with the tank mates instead of putting them behind a divider. So my one thought was to move out the Asian red tail out of here, out of the Dorado tank, and put him in the 1800. But he's kind of small. I'm afraid Dorado may injure him. Even at this size, the Asian red tail has a healthy respect for the Dorado, and he's over a foot, twice bigger. This tank is no go. There's too many fish in there, and there's an Asian upside down there. They will not get along. Too many aggressive fish in there, and he's not that big. In this tank, he may start bugging the tigrinus and the piraiba. That's my fear, so I don't want to put him here. These guys are ready to move on. That's another possibility. I can empty this tank completely. All of these guys are ready for the 1800 gallon, both the peacock bass and the catfish. I just need to move out the perch out of the 1800 gallon. So this tank could be emptied completely. That's a possibility. There's nowhere to put him here, not with the gulper and not with the Chinese wells, and I don't want to put another divider in here. It'll be too little space for the wells, I'm afraid. Okay. Can't put him here, he'd be a bait. Can't put him here, he would eat half a fish in here. Too many small fish. I could put him here, but I'll never see him. He'll hide somewhere. There's a lot of hiding spots here. I need to be able to see him, how he acclimates, how he's doing. Can't put him in with either one of the lungfish, and that's another possibility, putting him straight into this tank, because here it's very visible. I can see everything that's happening in this tank. My worry is that as he grows, he's going to start bothering tigrinus and others. But I hope to catch him and move him out. So this would be Wyckii grow-out tank. All for himself, when he can't handle the tankness anymore. So I'm leaning towards going with that, in that direction for now, just plopping him in there. It's a good for the feeding too, good tank, because food is lying around for a while, long enough for him to grab whatever he wants. And I feed this tank heavily for the sake of the sturgeon. because I need to be fed 3 or more times a day. And I think the time has come to try and move the perches, Nile perch and barramundi out of here into the bigger tank in the 4500, so that I could put those other peacock bass and firewood catfish and smaller piraiba in here. Hopefully Dora will not take it too unkindly. The few more fish that could be moved out of here into the 4500 gallon. The Detnoid perches could go. I'm kind of hesitant with them because they're very precious fish. And I'm not sure about the largemouth bass. Maybe they should go too, because the fish that are moving in are smallish, and these guys are mutts. They may try to eat them. But they're a little bit too small. The largemouth bass a little bit too small for the 4500 gallon. I don't want them to get eaten in there by piraiba and company. Piraiba could take them down, so I don't want to move the largemouths just yet. The yellow jellos could also fit them in the mouth rather easily, especially the big one. This is the junior. I don't know where the senior is. Probably in the corner, out of vision. Of course, moving perches and Detnoids into this tank makes me hesitant, because on the count of bigger bed, the Dovei. If he attacks them, I'll have to take him out of here. He bothers them too much. Anyhow, back to our exciting wyckii business. We're finished with acclimation, as I said, so we're gonna plop them in this tank and see how it goes. Beautiful fish. For my taste, wyckii are very gracefully built, beautiful fins, jet black, very nice proportions of the body and the finnage. I've said it several times before, wyckii used to be 10-15 years ago. You could buy them for $5 from a bunch of stores, almost without any problems. You can find them. But then they disappeared, the small ones, and we've been only seeing the bigger ones up to a foot or so for $250 each. I suppose there's some kind of export regulations have changed in them, but as I said, this fish was $225 from Underground Aquatics. And Chris was great. He found it quickly and brought it over. It came last week from Thailand. Very nice and calm transfer. They always look bigger when you look at them from above. They look smaller in this tank. You're okay, sweetie. We're gonna roll this tank pretty soon. It's a little rip in the anal fin and the caudal fins, but that's It's not bad at all, considering that he came all the way from Asia. I don't know how many steps it took. Probably at least 2 shippings, if not 3. Chris beefed him up with live minnows, which were gone the first night, he said. So the fish took the first transfer from Asia kindly, and then his plan was to get him onto shrimp, observe for a week to make sure he's good, and then send him over to us. He looks nice and confident. All the fins are up, so he's alert, assertive, kind of just exploring his new digs. He's gonna find these caves, the 2 openings in the center block. He'll probably claim one of them. He spooked the tigriness out of the one. Yeah, he's much smaller when you look at him sideways. I'm glad I didn't put him in with Dorado. He could have been a bait. Alright, claiming the cave. All it took was what, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You're gonna share it with the knife? I doubt it. Knife is a pretty assertive and can be aggressive fish in their own right. Yeah, see, he's not liking the knife in there. He says, get out of here. I'm gonna bite you, get out of here. Okay, let's check out the other opening. Tig is there. Yeah. Maybe you need your own cave. I can get your own cave. Just hold on a second. I'll get it inside. Okay, I gave him a loft. Second story cave. He's kind of calmed down for now, but I'm sure he will continue looking for a hideout. I'm hoping that the knife, he doesn't care, he should be able to go up, and the catfish will prefer to stay on the bottom, but again, we'll see. Little guy is in. Literally 2 minutes later, he's claimed this left bottom cave, evicted the knife, it looks like it. So the knife for now is hanging with the Tig. I don't think Tig would care. Tigs seem to be pretty primitive. They don't care about other catfish too much, and sometimes eels go into this anyway too, into these hides. So we'll see how that transpires. Kind of funny how everybody was in this right cave while Wyckii was by himself in the left cave, even though he didn't bite anybody. But the eels, there were 2 eels, the knife fish and the Tig in the right one. It's interesting and fun to see how he's getting his bearings and establishing so quickly in the new tank, new water, new everything. Man, that's a huge turd. Need to take it out. Okay, this is another 5 minutes later. I'm gonna give him some pellets, the first feeding in the tank, with him present in the tank. So let's see how that goes. I don't expect him to feed yet, but who knows, maybe he will surprise us. These are large NLS pellets. Yummy. Sturgeon are hungry, of course. The eels are spoiled. They eat so much. Yeah, wyckii is just parked for now. Here comes a pellet. Nope. Another one. Yeah, he's not gonna eat just yet. Maybe only by accident. About 6 hours later, there have been no big changes. Mr. wyckii is claiming the right cave, kicked out Tiggy or Tig. I might have to take down the loft and put it on the bottom. I was trying to prevent detritus and waste getting accumulated in between the cracks and everywhere else. But I may have to do that anyway. We'll see. We'll report as things progress.